And I don't know if, because I joined first the meeting, maybe too.
Oh, okay. I just was starting the recording, so let me start it again. All right. Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Healing Body, Mind, and Soul with Aeriol. I'm your host, Aeriol Ascher, and I am so excited to be here today with my great friend and colleague. Oh my gosh, we go a long way back, actually. I was so excited that she was going to come on my show, and I think that you're going to get a lot of value from what she has today. She's my friend Katy Barry, and she is a skilled healing practitioner. She is a doctor of Chinese medicine and practices acupuncture and all kinds of wonderful magic. I'll let her tell you all about it. She's a wonderful, warm-hearted person. And what I love about Katy is she just is so gentle and so consistent. And we used to work in an office together, and I just was telling her right before we got on the show that I just miss her presence around. She really is fantastic. You're going to want to listen and lean into what she has to say. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to the fabulous Katy Barry.
That is the best intro I've ever had in my life. Thank you.
What? I travel too. Take me everywhere. Thank you for being on my show.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's been such a treat. Yeah, we were just talking and we've known each other. So I joined Katys, where we used to work in the same office in 2008. So it's been a while since I've known you.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So on the podcast, we've been having these fantastic conversations with all of these wonderful healers about what got them started, about what healing is, just all things healing. We want to hear your story, and some of us just are healers, and I know you're one of those people. So tell us all about that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I guess it sort of actually found me, the profession. Thinking back at my childhood, when I grew up, I wanted to be maybe a vet because I loved animals, or a teacher. And then as I got older, I was thinking about maybe psychology or something. And it's funny. Underneath, though, even as a kid, I always felt we were spirits living in a body. And I'd even tell that to my mom and dad and say that, I was meant to be with you guys. All I needed was a body to be with you. I remember knowing this as a kid,
Did you have cool parents? Like, did that freak them out? I mean, I said stuff like, I had a very cool mom. So when I said stuff like that, it didn't really freak her out. Did you have cool parents?
Yeah, I mean, they probably laughed a little bit at it, but they didn't put it down at all. So I always, too, just felt like there's something other than what we can see. I used to be into the supernatural because of that. I used to be like, oh, they're, spirits. And even, I thought, oh, it would be great to be a parapsychologist because of, I just always felt there was more than what we can see. And then energetically, I think I was always sensitive in some ways, but I didn't really know. We grew up going to church, and I saw that every time we go to church and afterwards, everyone was so happy. And you're like, oh, and like there was just a quality to it, and I just felt different. And I'd go through life just noticing that. And then I ended up going to school for my undergraduate, and I did environmental science because I always felt I loved being outside and trying to just help heal the world. And when I got, after graduation, I went to go work with kids, teaching about the environment. And we ended up having so I worked mostly outside, and so in the winter I lived on the East Coast. In the winter, things sort of shut down a little bit. Can't really take the kids out in the snow.
I don't, because I grew up in California, and I'm like, weather, what?
There's seasons,
What? Like snow is a place that you visit, not something that happens.
Especially with taking kids on hikes in snow is a little different. But I ended up a break from work. I went to a retreat center. It was a Quaker retreat center in Philadelphia area. And I ended up staying there for about 3 years. And that got me into the healing world, actually, and a whole new paradigm. And so I transitioned from the environmental science into the healing work, body work and massage and Reiki. And it just blew my world open. And
wow.
Yeah. And so that started. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Part of your story that is so interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. So that was in 1998. And I started massage school, and I did that for many years. And then after some time, it's a little hard on the body. And I was going through a little difficult time in life, and someone recommended acupuncture. And so I went to that, and it blew my world open. I'm like, whoa, it's amazing. It's so amazing. So I ended up going to school, and here I am many years later. So
tell us about your practice.
So I'm actually in a clinic we have 7 practitioners, and 4 of us focus on fertility and 3 of us focus on pain. But we do a broad spectrum of acupuncture for all kinds of ailments and what people are going through. So I focus a bit on people, going through fertility challenges and just helping them with that, because that can be a little hard on the body and the spirit. So just to help nurture them along and help them achieve their dreams in life. And also I work with people who are, going through a lot of, or, like spiritually or emotionally trying to work on themselves, and sort of, not just an issue is going on for them, but really they want to help transform their lives. And so,
right, they're getting themselves to the next level. They're playing the big video game, right? Next level, level up.
yeah.
You ever, Katy? Sometimes I feel like I'm in that game of The Legend of Zelda, where we're leveling up, and some days I feel like my soul has been put back in soul kindergarten. Like I've been here a million times, and they're like, if you don't get that one key under that one rock this time, like I'm like, oh, I've got to get it right.
Oh yeah, and then we find its own illusion anyway. So
right. You're like, what? There's no key.
I know. Oh, this whole time, all these lives.
I love it. So how can people find you if they, I love that you focus on, and I know when we were in the office together, I love that you focus on fertility. And unfortunately, a lot of my clients are dealing with fertility issues, and it's not the good part, because people come to me when they have the big emotional or the big, and then, they think I'm all funny and everything, but then they need me when it's huge emotional stuff. It seems I help people move through that kind of trauma. I think acupuncture is awesome for that as well. Would you agree? I mean, you're the expert, not me, but I'm just making an assumption. What do you say?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just on the bodily level, there's been a lot of research in terms of helping acupuncture and sometimes Chinese herbs, combination of them and supplements. It's sort of like the package is a really together work really well for fertility through natural conception, people going through IUIs or IVF. It can be an excellent tool for that. And that's just on, helping to regulate cycles or, hormones, or help with a medication. So it has been proven to be really helpful in that alone. And then also, the
Yeah,
emotional
getting everything, getting your brain and body balanced with nutrition has got to be, has got to be excellent, right?
For some women, that's their key to getting pregnant, when they, start eating right and getting some exercise. I mean, that can be the best medicine in itself. And then, the acupuncture and other stuff can really just help reinforce it. Normally it's sort of like, acupuncture, and it's like massage too, as you know, we can help. It's the body is not like a car, but it is like, if we can imagine it, it's like a car. You could come in and get a tune up, but it's how you go home and drive it is how you're gonna, the wear and tear on it. So just, we can help you, but to hold the resonance of what someone wants, eating the right food, living the lifestyle to bring it up to, so that you can just hold that resonance of life force.
I totally agree. And I don't, and it's why I started doing my work in a different way, because it's hard on my body if I'm an animated pill dispenser. If people come to me and I am like, and they're like, fix it, or I tried that once and it didn't work. If I'm not able to, it's really about the practice behind what they're doing, whether it's Reiki or whether it's acupuncture or whatever anybody's daily practice is. You can't put everything on your practitioner.
Yeah, it's too big of a,
nobody, who's got time for that?
It's fixing is a big thing, but helping is a different manner, helping people to empower themselves and make those shifts and get to know themselves and heal themselves. Any type of challenge in life, fertility or others, can be a really transformational time for someone. It can really help them tap into their spirit in a way that they never knew possible. I've had my own fertility journey, and that's what's come for me. It's just blown me open in ways that I never knew possible. And it's empowered me in ways. So do you
think that it's related to healing second chakra issues? What is your opinion on that?
Oh yeah, I think for some, definitely second and first chakra, yeah, for sure. But then for some women, I think it's more, our culture and our food, and there's
I know, going back to that, yeah, it's everything. It's a million things.
Yeah, I don't think it's just one thing. I think it's a combination. But there's always something in someone's life that, life is always trying to make us grow,
Dang it.
And it's how we perceive it, like, oh, is this a problem, or is this an invitation? Like, okay, this is a reminder, I gotta change my game, because there comes a time, when we're 20, we're like invincible. We're like, oh, what mortality, what is that? Like, I have no idea. And it's not until you hit your 30s and 40s that it starts like creeping in, like, yeah, there's limitations on what you think life is, your body is about in life. And I think it, just sort of life keeps giving you experiences to grow and to really see really who you are. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Katy, how can our listeners reach out to you if they would like to have some Katy one-on-one time, if they're in California, in Silicon Valley? How can they reach out to you, or how can they do you have a website that they can reach out to?
Yeah, it's lokaiacupuncture.com. LOKAHI acupuncture.com. There's a contact button. There's contact us, and you can also see my bio on there. My personal email is Katy, Katy, at lokaiacupuncture.com. There's also a phone number, 408 2799001, that you can just call and give. I'd love to chat. If you are in the Silicon Valley, we give 15-minute initial consults. So if there's something you want to work on or talk about, please give me a call.
Awesome. So you heard it here, and I just hope that you really got some nuggets out of your time with myself, Aeriol Ascher, and Katy Barry from Lokai Acupuncture in Silicon Valley. I hope you'll join us next time, and until then, happy healing.